it's Diaperperv and Diaperperv's husband. And today we're going to talk about how not to be creepy. And to me, that's kind of a weird subject because you hear that so often. They're like, oh yeah, I definitely want to go to the event, but I don't want to meet creepy people. Or, oh, I like it. You know, I don't mind it when guys talk to me, just don't be creepy.
Yeah, so what does that mean, don't be creepy?
I don't know. So let's talk about what that could or could not mean, because I know it's very objective and something that someone else may construe as weird or different or abnormal.
Or creepy.
That's going to constitute like, oh, that's creepy. So let's talk about things that people do that can be construed as creepy.
Staring is definitely creepy, and dudes really do this a lot, especially men. Like, we'll see an attractive woman and we think the best way to get her attention is to stare at her the entire time. Don't do that, it's creepy.
So because you can't see his face, I have to do all like the acting parts. Like, we're gonna do some role playing, right? So like this, can you see me?
Yeah.
So like staring, but then not blinking. Well, is extra not good?
Well, you're gonna blink, but it's more.
My eyes are already getting dry.
It's more of staring and following them like a drone.
Like this.
Yeah. So wherever she goes, your eye follows. It's like if she just no matter where she goes, you're looking. So that's super creepy.
So have you seen guys do this?
Especially if you make eye contact with her and she sees that.
Right.
And then you're still doing it? You're super creepy, bro.
Okay, so what should they do if you make eye contact? Should you say, hey, hi?
No.
Hi!
Like, if you're across... Okay, so if you're across the room and you make eye contact, cool. That's kind of signals like, oh, I see you. But don't keep eyeballing her the entire time. That's super creepy.
Okay, so ideally, should they just like kind of make eye contact and then kind of look away and do something else?
Yeah, so I think you can make some initial eye contact and let her, you can kind of catch eyes together across the room.
Yeah.
But if she looks away, don't keep staring.
And don't follow, because that's another creepy thing to do is to follow that other person into their space repeatedly. Like, oh,
like you get off from the bar and you go follow her? Yeah, that's super stalky.
And then without saying anything. You're talking about like just following, but without like initiating a conversation. Oh, and another super creepy thing is touching.
Yeah. That's the universal creeper sign. All men think they can come up and give you shoulder rubs.
I've actually had weird guys do that to me.
Yeah, I know.
How do you know?
Because men are creepy.
But how would you even know that that's happened to me? That's fucking happened to me, dude.
It's the universal creeper sign. Men think it's acceptable to come up and rub.
But not
shoulders.
all women do that. Or not all men do that because you have you done that?
No, that's weird. No,
okay,
I would never do that.
So you're aware of people's boundaries.
Yeah, I think you have to be super aware of boundaries, but there are some people who don't believe that is crossing a boundary. Some people think that's acceptable. So if I come up and say, hey, long time no see, and if I didn't know you, that would be super.
So, okay, and then the people that I didn't know, this is like at conventions, at like actual like business conventions. Yeah. They would do that. They'd be like, hey, and then they would just go in and do that behind me. They're like fucking behind me, so I don't even know what they're doing.
Like, why are you rubbing my shoulder?
So I'll just go like this.
Yeah.
And they don't stop. It's like, how do you not read the body language? And then I'll be like, no, you need to stop that. Because I don't know what you're doing.
Well, the reason why they don't recognize it is because they're in hunter mode.
What?
Hunter mode.
Hunter mode.
Yeah, for them it's literally the hunt. It's like, I don't see anything but my prey in front of me. So any particulars that might be offensive, I don't recognize it at this moment.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And do you think that's like ingrained in the male brains, or
I think it's in some people's brains for sure. I think, of course, you have men who respect women and who respect boundaries, but then you have those who don't, and those who don't are easy to recognize.
Or like I hate that when they just
just kind of
like what
touch your arm,
doing?
or the long hand hold.
Okay,
super creepy.
Okay,
or
so
if I'm like, yeah, it's good to see you. How have you been? It's been forever.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and you just
I try to pull away. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, the creepy long hand holds. Don't do those.
What do you think women should do when like some guy don't know?
Say something.
Just be like, stop that.
Yes.
I don't know you.
Yes.
I didn't okay this.
Yes. I think guys are counting on you not saying anything. So the sooner you say something, the better.
Do you think women do the same thing?
No.
Oh.
Now, I will say,
I'm gonna do these things.
There may... I don't think it's as pervasive with women as it is with men. I will say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Women kind of recognize boundaries and things that are uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You might see it more like a strip club for women. When they go to the strip club, and
yes,
that's where they let loose and do all the
women are insane.
Yeah, so do all the things that they would never do anywhere else. They do it there.
And there's so much wooing, like it gives me a headache.
Yeah, so inappropriate touching but I think in that environment they believe it's more acceptable and okay to do.
Right, the environment. Yeah, it's like the one place that they
can
do that.
Where
they
can
objectify them,
man. They can objectify them
in other parts
and be okay with it. Personally, be okay with it.
Yeah. Okay. So, thing to do at a convention is try and create some
things not to do.
No, things to do is create a diaper strip club where it's okay to maybe do these things, but for tipping.
I can be the bouncer. I'm all about that.
About
the bouncer at the diaper strip club.
Okay.
I can bounce people out if they start grabbing diapers too much.
Oh, but I'm gonna be the one grabbing.
Well, I'm gonna bounce you out, buddy.
What?
We're not having that. There's rules.
What rules?
There are rules in the diaper strip club.
Actually, he would be really good at doing that because he's all about rules. Like, he loves rules. He loves following rules. He gets off on making and following rules.
Really?
So you would actually, I could see him kicking his wife out of my own club. Oh, touching yourself. Another thing. Don't touch yourself.
So that's generally something that lands you in jail in some places, right? Like, I think in your world, probably it's not going to land you in jail, but it's super creepy.
Like, this has happened at a convention where it was always males. They were touching themselves over their diapers while staring at women.
Really?
Yes. Like in actual public places.
Really?
Yes.
How is that?
I'm not sure what
is it acceptable?
No.
Okay.
No. Not just like rubbing your over your diaper and just be
do
like.
Do people not say anything?
They do. I think someone called security and reported that person. And I'm not sure what happened with that, like what the follow-up was, but I would like to find out.
I think you have to confront people that do that. You know why? Because you embarrass them.
Yes. Yeah.
Confront them in public.
Yeah, and be like, stop.
Why are you
that.
rubbing your diaper right now in front of all these people? Embarrass them. Embarrassment is people hate being embarrassed.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's what I would do.
Or maybe they like it, and that's why.
Maybe that's why they're doing it.
Want
to be
called out,
embarrassed and dominated in front of all those people.
Yeah, maybe. I doubt it.
I doubt it too.
But I'm pretty sure they know what they're doing is not okay.
So whenever you see anything like that, I know a lot of people don't like confrontation, but for me, I don't really consider that confrontation.
I love confrontation. Oh yeah, if I see that, I'll be like,
I'll call people out.
What are you doing?
Seriously, I think you have to. That's a no.
Drooling.
Okay, if someone's drooling, I'm going to think they're having a seizure, probably. Like, why are you drooling? Are you hungry?
I've never drooled.
Who drools?
I've never drooled in a public space, but I've drooled like perving on someone's diaper. Like, spittle has actually fallen out of my mouth.
Okay, that's interesting.
Have you seen guys drool?
No.
I'm dying. Okay, so no drooling in public.
Yeah, don't drool in public. That's
or maybe even private. Just try and control
in
your
private.
fluids
If you
in this
drool,
area.
so if you're with a girl and you start drooling, she's probably gonna bail so fast.
Okay. Oh,
Don't do it. Don't drool.
also licking your lips.
Yeah.
But that could go either way. Like, it could be
depends.
sexy.
Like,
or
no,
it
there's
could be
nothing sexy
creepy.
about licking your lips.
LL Cool J licks his lips all the time like this.
Yeah, that's nothing sexy about that. But anyway.
Girls find it sexy.
Okay, so what makes
Yeah.
it sexy? Explain it.
I don't know. He's moistening his lips
He's
because they're
moistening-
probably dry. So then I think people are like,
He could
"Oh,
just use
he's
some
got a
lip-
nice
He
tongue."
could use some lip therapy.
No, he's showing off his tongue and his oral skills. Okay, a
No.
lot of these things
No.
I've done.
Okay.
To diaper boy.
Creep alert.
I know, but I feel like no one like calls me out for it, and they like it or they're
Dude,
okay with
what?
it. Yeah, I think some of the diaper boys that I play with are okay with all of this weirdness. Goes that all the rules I break, and I feel like there's like a double standard with guys versus girls.
So here's my thought process with that. Those things are, you have two consenting adults who are okay with that, then you're okay with it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Usually don't get that
talking,
weird. Yeah,
yeah,
like
we're
right
talking
away.
more so of people who aren't consenting with each other doing super creeper stuff. So I think if you're in that space where you're both okay with it,
Right,
roll with it.
right.
But if you're out and about, and you see some guy and you start licking your lips, he's going to be like, "What? No, what's wrong with this lady?"
I'm pretty sure I've done every single thing that we've done.
I have never experienced that. I'm kind of glad I haven't.
I'm pretty sure I've done it in like a public space too, like at a convention possibly. I'm sorry.
Really?
Yeah, I'm apologizing to everybody right now.
I will say what makes me uncomfortable are women who just assume because you're somewhat muscular that they can just come up and rub your arms or touch you.
They've done that to him.
That's
Complete strangers.
super creepy.
How like just run up to him like and grab your arm and they're like, ew, and they're touching you
I'm
and
just
they're
like-
trying to flirt with you.
I'm like, space, come on. This is really uncomfortable.
But you don't say that. You kind of just laugh along and
Yeah, I don't want to be
nice.
rude. I don't want to be, but
He's a nice guy.
How someone thinks that's okay is amazing.
So let's talk about things that people can say that are creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Things that come out of your mouth in a live, in-person thing. So if a woman were to come up to you and say, "Hey, you're really muscular and sexy," is that instead of just grabbing you, is that acceptable?
Yeah, I don't know. It really. It's a compliment. I would probably be okay with that.
Okay.
I think I would be okay with that. Because it's just a simple compliment. Now, if she followed up that compliment with weird mouth noises, sucking on her lips or something, I'd be like super creepy.
Wait,
lady.
what is sucking like this?
Yeah, I'd be like, "Are you hungry?" And I'd be like, "You hungry too?" Like, did you miss a meal?
So no excessive noises out of your mouth that are not words or sentences.
Yeah.
Period. Like don't make like ugh.
Or the thing that we used to do when I was what? And then I'd be like, "Are you okay? What's up with that noise? What is that?" I'm like, "Do you have to poop?"
Shut up, you wouldn't go up to a person and say
I'm like,
that.
"Do you have to poop, lady?" Oh, jeez.
What if I did that?
I would ask you if you need to poop. Sorry.
Really?
Yeah, because that's what it sounds like.
Okay,
Sounds like you're constipated.
what about like super heavy breathing? I was like
I don't know. I think you see that on television. I don't think you really see that in public. Or
I've done that.
what?
Yes.
Oh, gee.
No, I think I've been doing it for a long time, but I've just been aware that I do it. Only until like
asthma?
2 months ago. 2 months.
Do you have asthma? Do you need an inhaler?
No.
Why are you heavy breathing then?
Because I
Your
can't
nose
help
plugged
it.
up?
Because the diapers are sexy, and
So
I can't help
the way
it.
to express that is That's the way to express it?
Yeah, it happens naturally, and it feels like
okay.
It's already happening, and then I'm aware that it's happening.
Okay, super creeper.
So,
gotcha.
So what should I do? Should I just try and be more aware?
Don't breathe heavy. There you go. Problem solved.
But what if my heart's racing because I'm excited, and that causes my breathing to be heavier?
Did you just go up a flight of stairs? Did you run a marathon? Nothing makes you breathe that heavy.
Yeah, if I did those things, I would breathe heavy.
Yes, exactly. That's my point. But you're not doing those things. So why are you breathing
You're not with
like
me
that?
24/7, so you don't know. But like, guys don't say anything about it.
Well, they probably talk about you when you're not around. They're like, did she was over there breathing like she has asthma. And other things that we used to do when I was younger, I remember we see a pretty girl, we go, pss, pss, pss. Don't do that.
I think no one does that in like
Don't
diaper
go,
events.
that's
No.
good.
Wait, what if girls started doing that to like everybody?
I think there was a skit. I think I saw a skit.
I don't even think I do that.
I think I saw a skit where the women were doing all the things that the men do. I'm pretty sure. It was super funny because they do all the
yes, all the yelling.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I
We
did
saw
that once.
Yeah.
During it was a bachelorette party. We were driving on the strip, and it was my idea. I was like, "Let's roll down the windows and start yelling at guys." And we started doing that, and I was embarrassing my girlfriend.
Yeah.
What about like just saying hi and then just staring?
I think a simple hello, look them in the eye. Proper greeting. Don't hold them to their hand forever. Don't hug them.
Oh wait, okay. So what's a proper greeting? Like,
a proper greeting is your proper intro, like who you are. You know, your name, your sign, your zodiac sign. Whoa, I'm a Taurus. What are you?
Asking personal questions right off the bat.
Yeah. I think it depends on what the personal question is, right? I think some personal questions are good icebreakers, but if you say, you know, how many men have you slept with? That's probably not a good question to ask.
Oh my god.
Right?
No. Right. Or like something super personal.
Super personal.
Oh, what city do you live in? If you're like in a big nationwide convention.
But it depends. If you say where you're from, that's different.
That's an open-ended question versus a very specific one.
Yeah.
Maybe not asking intimate questions like, oh, like, what's in your diaper right now? Do you like to poop your diaper right away?
Right. I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's inappropriate. You need to, like, get to know someone a little bit.
Yeah, so how long do you need to get to know someone before you can ask those type of questions? Is there a set time?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I think it's just know your audience. That's my rule for things.
It's like just read
know your audience. Your audience will clue you in what you can and cannot say, what you can and cannot do.
Giving too much personal information about yourself way too quickly. Yeah. Like, I just pooped my diaper. I'm still wearing it.
Oh, with that noise at the same time?
So let's talk about creepiness online and what things would make someone say, oh, that person seems really creepy. I don't think I want to meet them. Here's one. When they repeatedly, like, the subject is about, you know, traveling or something, right? Mm-hmm. Or traveling on airplanes. And they post a comment saying, are you a mommy? I'm looking for a mommy.
Oh. So someone who essentially ignores the topic at hand to focus on their needs.
Exactly. And it's always all about their needs. Because there's never a thread that is okay where they're like, I need a mommy. Or I want a mommy.
Right.
It's like, do they actually expect someone to reply and say, oh, yes, I'm one? That's how people get scammed, because there's so many fake mommies online scamming people.
I can believe it. That's
because of people that are like, I just want
way
a mommy
too
to do this. Yeah,
way too gung-ho. And then giving out way too much information.
Yeah, because, like, saying, like, I need a mommy, that's the same as, like, I want a wife. You know, so you're like on your Facebook threads talking about sports, and then Joe Blow is like, I want a wife. Are you a wife? Or like, just, can you change my diaper?
Really?
Yes, People actually
say
post
that?
this stuff.
So you can be
change my
like,
diaper.
I'm going to be in this state in 2 weeks, and they're like, can you change my diaper?
Yeah, I don't post where I travel, but yes. But when I was doing sessions, I could be, yes, for this amount of money, I can do that.
Yes. Oversharing is just uncomfortable anyway.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how to respond to oversharers.
I just ignore them.
I think that just fuels the fire when you ignore them.
Really?
Yeah.
You think I should respond to them when they go on about how they've never found a mommy and that's the only thing they wish for in life? And
you could respond, "Aw," and then leave it at that.
Just go aw and then a sad face?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it shows I acknowledged it, and maybe they won't post that again.
Exactly.
But seriously, read through my YouTube comments because some of them are pretty hilarious. The ones that are like, I'm wearing a diaper now. It's
what?
Like,
they post it over YouTube?
Yes. Yes, they do.
I always, the mindset is interesting. Like, what is it that makes you feel so compelled to post that on the YouTube comments?
I think they just want someone to hear them.
Acknowledge your presence?
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that.
Because they don't have like ABDL friends or partners that they can talk to. Maybe.
But you do have those people who do things just to get a rise.
You're right. I never thought about that.
Yeah. Some people just post things to get a rise. For you to say, ooh, I've been acknowledged. Yes.
So you're saying that I should acknowledge all those people?
I'm not saying you should acknowledge them all.
Okay.
I think there are some situations where, like I said, you need to call out people when they do post stupid stuff. But I think you're pretty good at, cleansing your YouTube posts of anything that's not proper. So I don't think you have to worry about that too much.
Yeah. I actually leave a lot of those posts up because it reflects more on them than on me. Okay, I'm going to lick my lips because they're chapped. They really are.
Really?
Yeah, they're chapped from all that lip licking earlier. And
super pushy. It feels like it's crossing some boundaries. You don't necessarily know how to respond to their being so pushy. Like someone demanding to see you, or demanding that you check your diaper, or some of those type of pushy things make you feel a little bit more uncomfortable, not necessarily creepy.
Yeah, it's just annoying.
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong with this person?
Yeah.
And then when I see that online, then I'm like, oh no, I probably don't want to.
Yeah, pushiness is there are situations where you have to be pushy, right? I think if you want something, go for it. But you have to draw the line and understand that words matter. How you say things, perception-wise, to other people, especially to a woman, what you say and how you say it can make or break you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think just having a normal conversation is good. But what is a normal conversation? It starts with an introduction.
Yeah, of course. Proper introduction. Hi, I'm so-and-so. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? You in town for business? Yeah, business or pleasure? You in for pleasure? Oh, cool. You want to go back to your room and get it on?
What the fuck?
Creepy, see? I just wanted to show what creepy was.
Online, don't just post a whole bunch of crotch shots, like diaper crotch shots.
It's kind of like the guys who...
I guess it's not creepy.
And the guys on their dating profile, all they have are pictures with their shirt off. So it's the same thing.
Or like just dick pics.
Yeah.
That would be like more of that equivalent. Like
okay.
Just underwear and dick pics, crotch shots. No, I guess that's not creepy. But I feel like if that's all they have on their profile, I'm not going to interact with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, but for some people, that might be all they want to interact with. So
right, yeah.
It depends on the audience.
Exactly, yeah. So then for some people, they might get the reactions.
Good. Yeah, that might be good for them.
Oh, sometimes I get messages from someone just saying hi. Repeatedly, and I never respond to that stuff, right?
Yeah, so that's what we were talking about, the proper introduction.
Yeah, so they keep doing it, but they don't change what they say.
Right.
They just go hi, hi, Hi.
So you don't
Hi.
expand on the high.
Yeah.
It's just high all the way down.
Yeah. Ignore. Yeah. I see some people, like, they block those people. I don't block anybody. Just ignore it. Yeah.
Like if I just got a continuous high, I would definitely block you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna get blocked.
What kind of messages can a girl be sending you and you're like, ooh, that's creepy?
In my single day, sometimes I get a message like, "Hi, handsome." And I'm just like, that's weird for me. I mean, it's a compliment, but that would be like a guy saying, "Hi, beautiful." It's equivalent. It's equivalent.
Yes.
So, but when they think that they can just be like, "Hi, handsome," and you're like, "What?" I get that a lot. It's interesting. Where it's sometimes older women. I think that's how they like, "Hi, handsome. How can I help you today?"
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Whereas if I was like, "Hi, beautiful. How can I help you?"
Or "Hi, sweetie."
Yeah. So that would.
Hi, sweet cheeks.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Sweet
they say. I
cheeks?
have no idea.
Where is this? 1970? Sweet cheeks. 70s
Or darling. I think darling.
Sweet
Hi,
cheeks.
darling. Like, that's kind of.
I don't think anyone's
Weird.
ever called me sweet cheeks.
I don't know where that came from.
I don't
Because guys make girls uncomfortable sometimes. Some,
Yeah.
but
Well,
some
see,
are creepy.
you are playing with fire because depending on the guy, that might be an open invitation.
They might be like,
They'll
oh,
be
she's
like,
heavy breathing,
yes.
drooling over my diaper.
This is what I've been waiting for. The heavy breather. Yeah, you were rolling the dice with that one, my friend.
Ew.
Yeah, because you might just find someone who's like, yes, and gonna do it with you. So what if you give it back to you in return?
Oh no!
See?
No,
Yeah,
no, I
then
can't handle that.
You would
no.
know how to
If someone was
react.
like heavy breathing on me,
Yeah.
that would be creepy. I'm sorry, everybody.
Yeah, see? Even super creepy for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I hear the dogs
The dogs are
whining.
whining. They're like, oh, what is that?
This video has gone like a really long time.
It depends on your audience, but I think there are some universal creepies that are just creepy to everybody. I think there's just those things where no matter who you are, what you do, where you're from, you could be from a different country and it could still be creepy to you
But
too.
what are the universal ones? That's what we're trying to pinpoint.
I think the biggest universal one is essentially eye-sexing people. We talked about that.
Oh, the eye-sexing people.
Yeah.
That's when you like up and down
Yeah,
someone.
you oogle them with your eyes. You look them up and down like you're a nice TV dinner.
I don't know if I'm doing it right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do it.
Yeah. Eye-sexing women
Yeah.
especially. Men tend to do that a lot. It's weird.
I get so uncomfortable with that.
Yeah.
And thankfully, I don't really get that in the context of who I am.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
I think that's pretty much a universal.
Yeah,
feature.
I would end any and all conversation if that happened to me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Looking you up and down like you're a nice meal.
No.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had that happen.
It feels like it's like a predatorial thing, you know?
Could be.
Because I've done that to people.
Really?
Yes, I will fully admit that
Jeez.
to diaper boys. I've like completely up and down.
Don't.
But I try not to do that like when they're looking at me. I try to do that when they're
Oh, you want
looking
to
somewhere else.
do it on the slide.
Oh,
I see.
am I horrible? Am I creepy?
I think you have some creeper tendencies, but I think you know your audience a little bit, so it's okay. If you're gonna think, is this okay? It's not. That's your universal sign. If you're thinking, if you ask yourself, is this okay? It's not. This is not.
It's just not.
Yeah.
Alright. Cool.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.